Hey, and how's it going, guys? My name is NK, and this video is going to be about how to tame a mantis on Ark Survival level. So, first of all, as you can see on my map, you want to go to the bottom right of the map. You will find mantises there, and yeah, in order to tame them, you need death worm horns, and you'll get those if you kill death worms. So, yeah, mantis and death worms are pretty much on the same desert. So, yeah, that's the biome where you want to go. As you can see, this is like the border next to the ice biome, where it starts the desert biome, and yeah, this isn't the part though where we find mantises. There's a lot of other creatures which spawn here, but yeah, as I said, mantises don't spawn here. This is a famous spot for bases, or just anyways. At some points, this is a good place for getting resources like metal, stone, even wood, or if you need it, sand as well. As you can see, I have a Giga on me because I will use that to kill the death worms. Of course, there's other ways to kill the death worm as well. So don't think of yourself, you have to have a Giga. Anyways, mine isn't really a good Giga, it's just a tamed one, so we'll do it. As you can see, this biome right in front of me, this is where you want to go to. This is like the huge desert, where you can find the death worms and also mantis. There is a strategy how to see death worms or find death worms, because yeah, without a strategy, it's probably kind of hard to find death worms. So what you want to do is go into orbital camera, and on PlayStations, it's L1 to zoom out, so you get a better view of the whole thing. So what you want to do next is like go underneath the ground, so you can see like underneath the ground until you see one of these guys. This is a death worm, and yeah, it's pretty easy to spot them if you find one. And as you can see, it's like a sand. I'm gonna say sand wave coming towards me. So the death worm isn't that fast, so you have time to like throw out your dino or like let's say prepare yourself. So as you can see, it hits pretty hard, so the damage is pretty high of the death worm. But you should be fine if you have a tanky tame or yeah, something that can a lot of damage. So right here I'm fighting the death worm, so it has about 20k health, I think, so that's quite a large amount of health. So you want to have a strong weapon either or a tame. But yeah, I mean, I personally would recommend using a tame. For an example, a Giga, but it's like, I don't know, for some people maybe it's hard to get them. As you can see right here, I get a death worm out of the death worm I killed. Sometimes they don't like get, how can I say, teleported in your inventory, so they stay in a bag on the floor, so you want to watch out that you actually take them with you. Now, I was looking for some desert drops like this one right in front of me, so I actually found another death worm without even like trying to find one. So yeah, try to keep distance with it, because yeah, if you're not on the tame you want to find it with, you might get in trouble. And as you can see, it ignored my Giga and went straight up to my wife, that's because yeah, pretty much nothing aggro's on a Giga, unless it's another Giga, or I think Wyverns do aggro on Gigas as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty easy to take it on with the Giga, but I would recommend you like using maybe a Wyvern, because the Fire Wyvern is probably the best option as well, because the Fire Breath does a lot of damage, especially if it's like underground. It will still get hit and you'll be able to kill it faster, so you don't always have to wait until it pops out again. But yeah, pretty much every Wyvern works out. So I had a Lightning Wyvern once and had about 250 damage or something, which isn't too high. But yeah, like 7 lightning burst or something killed it. As you can see, there's like a few more desert drops in the desert, like this one right here. And yeah, you can get pretty OP stuff out of it. But here is another one, and yeah, I sometimes go and look for the after those drops because I'm bored or just because I need BPs. As you can see, you can get quite decent BPs. And this isn't like a modded server or like a pushed server, so this is official, so it's nothing like buffed or something. But on official, I think for level 90 you need about 5 Duffel horns. And I would probably like to tame a more high level, but yeah, it's just kind of hard to find, like, I don't know, I think it's 10 Deathworm horns to tame a level 140 or something. So I might as well just like tame a level 90. It doesn't make a huge difference. I mean, the stats are probably a little bit better if you tame a high level one, but a level 90 should do it as well, in my opinion. Now, this Giga aggroed on me, and yeah, just to let you know, Gigas spawn actually in this desert as well, so if you're keen on taming a Giga, and you can't find anyone on the highlands where they spawn as well, or some other spawn points of the Gigas, you could come to the desert because they often spawn in here, and it's a, how can I say, quite calm place. There's nothing like Rexes around it or something. I mean, of course, there's like scorpions and stuff, but they're easier to kill. So yeah, you might as well want to tame one of these in the desert. So right now I'm leading the death one kind of away from the Giga, so it doesn't like aggro me or anything. So I can kill it in, I don't know, calm. And don't have to hurry or watch out that the Giga attacks me. Because, just to let you know, wild Gigas are probably better than tame Gigas. And I wouldn't like to fight one with a tamed one, unless you have a breeded one, because I think breeded one depends on what damage you have. It can probably easily take on it. It's getting already quite bloody, and there we go, we get another Deathworm yet, and which gives us another Deathworm horn. I was looking for a level 80 to 90 Mantis, which takes on official server. This is an official server, by the way. 5 Deathworm horns, I think. So we have 3 now. So just need 2 more. Now, I'm not sure, but I think this right here, as you can see, like this whole area of the desert is probably like where they spawn the most. I'm not sure though. This is just that's just what I'm thinking, because I just like found 3 of them pretty much around the same place, but yeah, spawn points of them is pretty much all around the desert. That might have been just like random. So I was looking around for quite a bit, and as you can see, I found another one. They're pretty visible if they're underground. You can spot them pretty easy, and you shouldn't miss them unless you like don't watch enough. This is probably like also a patient thing to do, because yeah, sometimes it really takes time to find one. I think it took me about 40 minutes to get 5 Duffel horns in the end. But yeah, I'm trying to get distance so it like doesn't attack me when I want to throw my Giga. Yeah, it still ignores me and goes straight for my weapon. I think my weapon has about 9k health, so it's fine. But as you can see, it still does quite a lot of damage, even to my Giga, but yeah, I can tank it pretty much and it's fine. So there we go, killed another one. Take out the Deathworm horn. They also drop sometimes Angler Gel, for an example, Organic Polymer, and Leech Rod, if you're lucky. Now, about the Mantis Saddle. You can learn those at level 45, and they take 18 engram points to learn. Now the next thing you want to do after you get the death points, you want to prepare your trap on taming the Mantis, because it's a desert tame and it's not a knockout tame, which makes it a lot harder to tame. One fact about the desert, and maybe something you should also think about, as you can see in my video, some of those stones are actually not harvestable. And yeah, this quite annoyed me. And yeah, it's just, what even is that? Like, yeah, it's pretty messed up. Now, yes, as you can see, this stone works, so yeah, you gotta like try out which one works for you and which doesn't. Now, right now I'm looking for a Mantis, and I've prepared my trap. Now, there's different ways on making your trap. I personally I just used wood instead of like stone or metal, because depends on what you're doing, they shouldn't actually aggro on your structures. So you'll be fine. You could probably even build it off of thatch, unless you get the aggro of it. Now, I haven't set up my trap yet, but I just wanted to try out if this guy is like cooperating, because it was aggroed on some vultures in the desert. And yeah, I had this a few times, so if they're like aggroed, even if you fly them far away, as you can see, there he goes, he's still trying to get the vulture. Well, there he goes. Now, I tried to get him back a few times, but it didn't work again. So this is what you want to build, is pretty much like one foundations with two walls high on each side. I managed to find a level 90 Mantis right here, as you can see, and yeah, at level 90 on official, as I said before, they only take 5 death hormones. You want to try to like drop them into the like trap, and sometimes it's kind of hard, especially with a wyvern, because yeah, mine's quite fast, so I have to like time it correctly if they like get in. And there we go. Managed to do it at the second try. Yeah, normally that takes me a lot way longer, so I was kind of excited about that. As you can see, I can press trianglet and feed it the death hormone to tame. I sped this up a little bit because I think it takes about 5 minutes between each feed you can give to it. So you have to wait 5 minutes until you can give the next death hormone. Now, I was back in my cave, and yeah, as you can see, you can equip pickaxes into its hand, which will allow it, for an example, to harvest flint, a large amount of flint, especially if you harvest stones. And yeah, this is pretty much, I just wanted to show you guys real quick how good those guys are for harvesting pretty much any resources. I personally use them to get flint, because if you use the Anki, the Anki isn't too bad as well. It's a good way to get flint, but I just like the Mantis more because you're a lot faster, and with the Anki, yeah, first of all, you're slow unless you have like RG carrying you, but if you're solo like me, I recommend you a Mantis, because it's probably a lot easier to get by yourself. Of course, you can equip pickaxes, sickles, and even hatchets in its hands as well, which will allow you to harvest different resources. Now, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed, and also like I hope this video helped you on how to tame a mantis. So I'll see you in the next video.